Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Boys and Polos podcast. I'm Paul and I'm here with
Gavin, and attention all teams with City on their schedule coming up. Be aware, complete annihilation is upon us. Just run. Everybody just run. City destroyed Southampton the other day. I think United beating them angered them. Just run. Just run.
Okay, now with that news behind us, let's move on to the scores around the grounds. Today we had Burnley. Well, not today. I mean, last week we had Burnley versus Arsenal, 1-1 draw. Burnley with their strong defense, doing their thing. But we had Southampton versus Sheffield. Southampton won 2-0 in that game. I mean, surprising for Southampton, but they're versing Sheffield, so it doesn't really matter there, It had to happen. Next we got Villa versus Wolves. It was 0-0 there. Kind of surprising, to be honest. I thought Villa could do something.
I thought that was a super boring game. I mean, no Grealish, and obviously Wolves hasn't had Jimenez for a while. That was just boring.
For real.
So boring. Because those are the two best players. They're two goal scorers, and without Grealish, Aston Villa just looks flat.
Yeah, very flat. I mean, but still no Jimenez for Wolves. Hopefully. I'm praying that he'll get back soon. I think he's getting better, so.
He might get back by the end of the season, but you never know.
Wow.
That's a maybe.
Let's
just hope he can get back for next season.
Yep, definitely. Moving on, we got Leicester 2, Brighton 1. Good show from Leicester. Obviously, they're not playing very tough teams, so they're easily staying in their spot in third, I think it is right now. But yeah, I mean, they're playing well. You can't really hate on Leicester. There's nothing much to hate. I like them.
Yeah, they're just a good team. I mean, there's no completely polarizing player that you could hate, but just a good team.
That's a good team.
And hey, when was the last time you saw Brighton let up 2 goals? Honestly, they don't do that very often.
They're very. I don't know. They're a very weird team. They're a very, very weird team.
Yeah, really sturdy defensively, but I mean, they cannot score for the life of them.
Never. I'm surprised they got one in, to be honest.
Yeah. Next game, West Brom 0, Newcastle 0. Boring. That was just battle of the bad, honestly.
It was what you expected, to be honest. I mean, I thought Newcastle might have pulled away with that, but there's really no hope in that game. They're both relegation teams,
No Callum Wilson for Newcastle.
Yeah,
they are just bad.
Awful.
But
awful.
Honestly, I'd say, what do you think's the biggest upset of the week? Fulham over Liverpool 1-0? Or
No.
Or United over City.
United over City, 100%. Biggest upset.
Okay,
Nobody saw that
here's
coming.
my logic. Everybody thought Liverpool was going to beat Fulham, and everybody knew City. It had to come to an end eventually. It's just who was going to take them down, and United just happened to be the one. Fulham, on the other hand.
But Liverpool lost 5 games in a row before that, so I kind of everyone subconsciously felt
that's their record. That's their record. They've never done this before. 6 straight home losses in entire team history. They have never done that.
Yeah, it's awful to see what's going on there. Injuries and everything. Just a terrible season all around. What I don't want to happen is I don't want them to start worrying and fire Klopp because he's such a good coach. And even though I am a United fan, I feel like that'd be such a waste and such a stupid move for Liverpool. I just feel like you can't do that. You have to let him stay another year. You've seen what's happened this year. It's awful. So unlucky.
And more on United versus City. You screwed us all.
Hey,
everybody.
I don't care. It's 2-0. They were gonna win anyway, right? There was really no hope of them not winning the cup. But we got our win.
You awoke the beast. You guys, you do realize now everybody that's left on their schedule is just going to get obliterated.
I mean,
Like
it's not like
completely. It's gonna
there's.
be like 9-0 like every game.
Hey, they were gonna win anyway, but like, I'm just scared for next year, to be honest.
You killed us all. We're all done. Hey, at least I don't think Spurs doesn't play them again this season, so
You're lucky.
yay.
You should be happy.
Yeah. Well, neither do you guys, but
Yeah, we're good. We're in the clear. We we
Speaking-
got the win. Come on now.
speaking of Spurs, Bale 4-1 Spurs over Crystal Palace. Also, Kane's kind of the GOAT, Calmly gets 2 goals, 2 assists,
That
and
was-
possible goal of the year candidate.
That was very good.
Kane.
That was very good. I wouldn't say
I mean,
goal of the year,
outside
but
the
like
box.
the goals they scored and the assists they got, it was so beautiful. It was perfect.
Bale has brought new life to this team. This was a team, honestly, I didn't
In a
think
way.
we had a chance of making Champions League, and now how many points out of Champions League right now are we?
I mean,
Not many. I can tell you that much. It's not many.
you're what do you call it? You're on 45, 50, 5 points.
Yeah. Okay. But
5 points,
it's-
but Chelsea and all the teams there are a game ahead. So say
Yeah,
you win your
so-
next game, it's 2 points.
Yep. So
I
looking
mean, but
pretty
so
good.
is like every
Looking
other
pretty good.
team. So is like every other team right next to you. So is
Mhm.
I mean, Liverpool is just 2 points behind you. Villa is 5. So it's a very close one. We've said it once. We'll say it again. This is gonna be a fun. Fun end of the season.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. And speaking of another game that had tons of relevance to Champions League standings, Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Not what I wanted to see there, but I probably
I don't
would
think
have rather
anybody
the tie.
wanted to see it except Chelsea fans. But like,
Yeah,
meh.
I think I would have rather the tie in that game, just to like don't give either of them the 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game for Chelsea. You have to admit it. They didn't play horribly, right? They're playing
Yeah.
well again with Tuchel, and I mean, even
But
though
I would have rather
their goals weren't exactly beautiful. I mean, it was an own goal and a penalty, but
I would have
but they
rathered-
got the job done. Yeah, you can't.
I would
say
have rathered Spurs with a win up to 4th, but
Yeah, I mean, it
beggars
is
can't
what
be
it is.
choosers.
Exactly.
But next game, West Ham 2, Leeds 0.
Great game from West
mean,
Ham.
We've
Great,
said it a
great game from
ton.
West Ham.
Leeds is just a momentum team, and that's exactly what happened here. West
Yep.
Ham just put it to bed. They
Yep.
dominated.
Simply what happened. Jay Lings getting his goal. I think it was a penalty. He shot it at the goalie. The goalie saved it, but then the ball came right back out to Jay Lings. Jesse Lingard finished the job, scored the rebound,
Interesting.
and then like 7 minutes later, West Ham got another goal. And
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
it was
Now
expected.
we've said it a ton in this episode. City 5, Southampton 2. Run for your lives. Just run.
I wouldn't
Don't
say
even-
that. I wouldn't say that. Like City 5 against a terrible Southampton team right now.
Did you
If-
see
if-
how De Bruyne was playing? Did you see how Riyadh was playing? Did you see how Gundogan was playing?
Yes, they all had a nice game, but that could be a fluke. They have to do it again to prove it.
If they do it again, fine.
Yeah, okay,
fine.
okay. If they do it again, you can run for your lives. But like, they
Yeah.
were gonna win anyway, right? They were
Yeah.
gonna win anyway.
All right, next segment, we got hot and not. So you can call it biased all you want, but our hot players of the week were from Spurs and United. Now, Kane, obviously 2 goals, 2 assists, had a great game, and I hate to say it, but you know how much I'm getting. I can't get it out.
Say
Shaw
it,
had a
bud.
great game. There, I said it. He had a great
Oh.
game. Come on.
Woo.
But can we go back? Focus on Kane and Son set the single season record for most goal combos by a duo, and they're
Yeah, but
they're
like,
closing in on the all-time record held by Didier Drogba and Frank Lampard.
well, that game was exceptional. The way they played that, I mean, even though it's against Crystal Palace, who, what
Yeah.
place are they in right now? I don't even.
Don't talk about Crystal Palace being bad when you guys like tied them, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Don't
They're
talk bad
we
about
beat
Crystal
City.
Palace.
Did you beat City? No. All right, they're in 13.
Actually, Actually, we did, but not recently. We were before you guys. We were the last team they had lost to before you guys. So write that down.
But a while ago.
And
it's
you,
so
you can
weird.
talk about
Every
Shaw.
time United play City, they win. It's so weird.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the last couple of years, they just
keep winning.
Yeah,
it's too good.
And by far, City is the better team. And I don't think that's disputable. I think City's by far the better team. They've got more money into their squad.
Yeah,
they've got better players. But I don't know what it is.
Yes,
I really don't.
We're just different.
I'm not. You could talk about Shaw. I gave him some respect, but you can talk more about his.
He is a beautiful human being. Beautiful. He got a goal. He's just so good, bro.
His first
so
goal since
good.
2018. Calm down.
First bro, he's a left back. Chill. He's a left back. He's a left back. But anyway, what a god. So good.
He's a left back?
So nice. So nice. He's so good. I love this man.
All right, well,
honestly he had a good game. He had a good game and he shut Mahrez down. He shut Mahrez down.
Moving on.
So it's just amazing how he
Liverpool's are not team of the week, even though it could be a player, could be a coach. But this time it's just Liverpool.
Come on.
How many times have we seen Liverpool players be not players of the week? Allison's been at least twice.
Yeah, he has.
At least twice for Allison. And Liverpool, like you said before, 6 straight home losses. For the first time ever. Trash. You lost to Fulham. Trash.
Yeah, you got injury. Yeah, you got all this going on. But come on. Look at the players you have in your team. You have you have 2 of the best wingers in the game. You got one of the best goalies in the game. Who, I mean, you can't really say that now, but still, you've got such a good team, and you're losing to teams like Fulham. They're in like
they're getting out.
They're on 18th. They're in relegation. Like, yeah. I mean, I guess I can't talk. I mean, I'm a United fan, and we lost to Sheffield.
Yeah, and but just a little bit of respect here. Diego Jota, crazy shot, led to a crazy save by Areola. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Oh my God, Diego Jota, he is an exceptional player. He's bringing a whole nother element to this team, and I think they'll be able to get it back in form. I think it took a huge part of the team out when he got injured.
We'll see.
So
now,
you already see. He's creating
now
huge chances.
In our next segment, overreaction, underreaction, we're pretty much going to talk about the same stuff because I mean it's the biggest stuff of the week.
Yeah, big question.
Now we got to ask it every time because is Bale back? I think he is.
Yes, I would now have to agree. But last week I said no, never. But this week I have to say he's back.
He brought new life to this team. He took them out of the grave. And now we're in Champions League contention. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Bale deserves some respect.
He's playing well. If he keeps it up, that's impressive. I don't think he will, though.
Just imagine for a second. Gareth Bale returns to his pre-Madrid form.
Oh, no, it's not happening. No
imagine how good Spurs could be.
No way that's happening. If it did,
imagine.
That would be ridiculous.
But he's got the greatest duo in Premier League history.
Left back Bale is not happening, and that
not
is
in Premier
such
League history
cap.
This season. The best duo this season. Is setting him up. I mean, he could. I don't know what to say. He's been just playing great.
Yeah. We'll see if he can continue it. I don't think he can.
When he came back to Spurs, we trashed him for a little while, like out of shape, out of form, didn't play at all. It was basically just like publicity stunt.
It's kind of like that James. That's like James Harden going to the Nets. He just didn't play at all. Nobody think anything would happen until it happened.
Yeah, like just gonna be a publicity stunt. It was just kind of hiding. I felt for a while that it was just hiding the huge Regulon deal. That was like the highlight of the deal. But I mean, Bale he's playing great.
Yeah, it's something else. I don't know if he gets back into the form, or at least if he can stay consistent in the form he is right now, then we've got a problem on our hands.
You got a big problem because did you see Kane's assist off the header?
Chill.
The header
It's
to the other
one
header?
game. It's one game. Yeah, I saw it, but
It's not one game. Burnley the other
is.
day. Come on, it's not just one
come on
game.
now. Come on. All right, let's move on. Is
All right,
Liverpool out? Are they out of contention? Do they even have a chance to make the Champions League?
I think
No.
it's an overreaction because they're still a great team, but I mean, you could make. I think they're out of Champions League. I don't think they're out of Europa League.
Europa fifth, 48. Okay, this is the thing. They're a game up.
Yeah, they're a game up on a
And
lot.
they're 5 points behind.
Yeah, they're in a really bad spot. I was fine like when Spurs was in that position, but we had a game on everybody. We had a game on a lot of teams.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way Liverpool are making out of here. I think they're looking at a 7th or 6th place finish. Unless something miraculously changes in that race, no, they're staying where they are because they're 5 points off West Ham in 5th, and they're a game ahead. So I don't see it happening.
It's true.
I don't see it happening personally.
So is Fulham out of relegation? I think it's an underreaction. I think they're in such better form than a lot of the teams.
A lot of the teams. Said it from the beginning. Fulham can play. Fulham knows how to ball.
They are great defensively. And now that Maja, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Maja, pretty sure. But
we'll call him.
He's playing great.
I don't know.
He's playing well. He's helped this team a ton. Started scoring. I mean, I think this is a team that stays up for another year. Maybe brings in a nifty signing or two, and then, hey, where are they next year? I mean,
I want them to stay.
I want them to stay because I think Scott Parker's a great coach, and I think, hey, maybe they could do something in a couple of years.
I love the way they're playing right now.
You really got it's key to just build. You got to build on your past experiences. That's why, like, we've talked about Leeds so much and how just finish like around the top 10, bring in a couple smart signings, bring them in, build your team up, and then you could start making a run for it. Like that Southampton team that we saw in the beginning of the season. They just they were kind of chilling, just kind of like building up, like ending in good places, getting players, and then boom, they were like top 7 for a while. Like that's kind of why I want to see out of Leeds. That's why I want to see out of Fulham. It's not going to happen for West Brom, but you know.
Very good from Fulham. They have more potential than any of the teams from Newcastle down, which is Newcastle, Brighton, Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield. They have the most potential.
I agree with that. I agree.
Next question.
Now, is it fair to say that Kane and Son had the greatest season ever by a single duo?
No.
If they continue their production, is it fair to say they had the greatest season by a duo in Premier League history?
No.
Season. Now, I'm not saying like entire career, but I'm saying just this season.
Yeah, I know. That's a no. Compare all time or the other people in the league right now.
Name one duo that had a better season. Like a single season.
Lampard, Drogba, when they won the cup.
Okay.
You can't say anything about that.
I don't know, but I think if Kane and Son continue at the pace that they're going, and they both finish top 5 in goals, and they both finish top 5 in assists, I think you can make that case. If
they finished like top 3 at least, I could have given it to them. The thing is, Drogba and Lampard are right now ahead of them on goals, right? Combined, or what was it? What was the stat you said?
It's combined goals. But that's career. That's like in their careers, they've combined where one assists the other for 36. They have scored 36 goals where they've assisted each other. Kane and Son, who are, I remind you, they are 27 and 28. They have 34. Drogba and Lampard in a single season were not higher than them because Kane and Son have 14 goals this season where they have combined with each other. 14.
14 this season?
14 this season alone.
So I think that might be the most.
It is.
Most in a season, right?
It's the most in a single season, yes. And then they're 2 out of Drogba and Lampard for most in their careers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think you can make a case for it. I don't think it's a guarantee. It's not like unanimous. Like it's not unanimous. Like Pele is the GOAT. Like not that unanimous, but it's like you can make a case.
Here's my reasoning. You can make a case, but look at what position they are. No matter what, you can't say they're the best if they're sitting in 7th. Like if you look back to Alan Shearer and who else was there? It was Alan Shearer and Chris Sutton. Alan Shearer and Chris Sutton for the Blackburn Rovers, 1995, I think it was. So 1995 season, they won the cup and they combined for 13 goals. Yes, Kane and Son have more than that right now, but they won the cup that season. They won the Premier League. If Tottenham won the Premier League, or at least were in the top 3, I would have given it to them 100%.
But you also got to look at who was around them, because you can't tell me that if you look at this Spurs team, if you look at them, you can't tell me that there aren't just 5 players that are keeping this team out of relegation. Like, the talent on this team is not that of a Man City, a Man United, a Chelsea, like teams like that, a Liverpool. They just have so much depth. That's not there with Tottenham, and they're sticking with it.
Okay, this is a bit because the season happened so long ago. It's kind of like
it's hard. It's hard to like compare them.
This one, but anyway, I'm going to say this for the Blackburn when they won that cup with my good man Alan Shearer and his great buddy Sutton, Mr. Sutton. They had only good players here. Graham Lesaw, you know, the dude who commentates. That guy. Yeah. The only other person that someone might actually know. There's no other person that someone might actually know. There's literally no one.
Okay. Just for reference, that's because we were born long after they won that cup.
Let me look up the Drogba.
So it's not like me and you would know them. Those guys are all-time greats.
Drogba and Lampard. What year did they win that?
What year was that?
I'm looking it up. What year? Oh, I think it was 2009, 2010.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But look at the squad they had. Look at the manager they had. Same manager, by the way, Jose.
Yeah.
So, I mean, same manager.
So Chelsea won that with United right on their backs.
Yeah, it wasn't like what City has right now. It was down to the wire.
Yeah, but very down to the wire.
All right, so
let me see. Let's see. All right, that was when Drogba and them won. Okay, let me see the team. All right, starting team. Okay, Jesus Christ, that was a team. Holy crap!
Yeah,
how is that even legal? All right, listen. Petr Cech, Ivanovic, Ashley Cole, Michael Essien, Frank Lampard, Drogba, Michael Ballack, and Deco. Those are the people I know out of those, and that's
oh my, bro.
They don't even.
That's not fair.
And on the bench they had Daniel Sturridge, Matic, John Terry.
Wait, I'm looking at this. Okay, so I'm looking at it on PremierLeague.com, but it says Ryan Bertrand was on that team. Bertrand, the guy that's on Southampton right now.
He might. Oh, he was on the reserve squad. He was still a young kid there. He was on the reserve. Okay,
that makes sense. Because wait a minute, how has he been around?
Yeah, there were a few people on that squad, like Patrick Van Aanholt was there, and
that squad was so much more talented than the Spurs squad now, and the Spurs guys produced just as much. So
okay, I still wouldn't be able to put them where they are. You can argue for it, but I still don't think they would be able to.
I think we'll have this debate at the end of the season. We'll talk about this more at the end of the season when you can really make a case for it. Because I mean, we got a long ways to go.
If you stay where you are, no. If you move up to fourth,
League, I think if Spurs gets into Champions League, that is a guarantee. If Spurs gets into Champions League, that is a guarantee.
Not a guarantee. Well, I would say
Say
there's
the
a good
guarantee.
there's a
Did you
good
see-
case. There's a good case.
Did
Not a
you see
guarantee,
how
but a
far
good
we
case.
fell? We went from like first to like 10th.
But there's a good case
Like-
there. I wouldn't say guarantee because there's so many other duos you could name. Like
Okay, fine. We can talk for this about.
like you could
for
do like a
hours. We can
center
talk about
back.
this
You
for
could do a center back duo who have the most clean sheets, something like that. You could do so many stuff like that. So it's
All right, we can talk about this for hours, so let's move on to the look ahead.
tricky.
So last week's games. Now, City versus United was the big games of the week were City versus United, Chelsea versus Everton, and West Ham versus Leeds.
Mhm.
So for City versus United, you got 2 points because you correctly
Yes,
guessed the United
sir.
score and you
And
got
the
the
win. Let's go.
So I guessed 3-1, so I didn't get anything.
Imagine
So
thinking City
Chelsea
would beat
versus
United.
Everton, though. So I say it would be 0-0. You said 1-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
So I got 1 point and you got 2 because you got the win and Everton
I had Chelsea
scored.
won.
And I had
Chelsea scored.
Everton
Yeah.
scored. So then for West Ham versus Leeds, I got 3. I got all 3 because I guessed the
Yep.
correct score and I got
2-0
the win.
West Ham. Yep.
And you got 2 points because you got the correct score, correct score
team.
for Leeds and the win.
Yep.
And then we both got our guarantees. I had Leicester over Brighton. You had Spurs over Palace.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds weird to say. You were rooting for Spurs that week, but
wasn't
the
rooting.
final tally after last week is 22 for me, 30 for
30.
you. And then we got to keep in mind we have 8, our total guest count. Might have another guest on soon, maybe.
Maybe.
Now, this week's big games. West Ham versus United. Hopefully a fun game to watch. I think that could be high scoring.
All right.
I'm gonna go with 1-1. I
Okay.
don't think either team completely pulls it out, but I think 1-1 is a safe bet.
Rashford might not play because he's.
Yeah, no, he's
injured.
not playing. There's no way. Did you see what happened to him in the City game?
That wasn't.
That was
bad.
ugly. That was not good.
I'm going with. We got a strong defense. 0 to. No, not 3. 3 is
Wow,
too much.
3?
2.
All right,
2.
yeah. 2-0. Okay.
Yeah.
So
2-0.
Spurs versus Arsenal, the North
2-0
London
United.
derby.
Oh, this is
Come
gonna
on,
be
you
a good one.
Spurs.
This is
I'm going 3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs.
I think a big win. Big win.
I want to match you, but I'm gonna make it interesting. 2-1 Spurs. I
Okay.
don't think your defense can handle it at all. But
Well,
we are
we
talking
picked the
about
same
Arsenal.
amount. You think our offense isn't good enough to get 3?
Nah, I think it's
Okay.
2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. I think it's
And
gonna
next
stay 2-1.
game, Wolves versus Liverpool. Can Wolves sink the dagger deeper into Liverpool?
Where
I'm gonna go with-
are they playing? This is a big question. Where are they playing?
Oh yeah, wait. Check that out.
Wolves versus Liverpool. I think it. Where is it? Where's this gonna be? What the heck? I wouldn't say. I think it's at Liverpool. So if it is at Anfield,
Wolves versus Liverpool. I think I think it's at Wolves.
let me check it.
Oh yeah, no. Molyneux Stadium, so Wolves.
Oh, all right.
All right, so I
yeah.
still think they're gonna win. I still think actually
Okay.
no, not gonna win. I think I'm gonna go with depends if Allison plays, but I'm gonna go with 2-2. I think if
2-2.
Allison plays, it's 2-2. I was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about Leipzig versus Liverpool. And I said if Allison plays, it's gonna be like 8-0 Leipzig.
Oh,
If
no.
Allison doesn't play, 2-0 Liverpool.
That was a good game for Liverpool. That
Yeah.
game.
Did Allison end up playing?
I think he did. I'm guessing that he did.
but- which would disprove my theory, but
But I'm sticking you with the 2-0 Liverpool. They're gonna win. I don't
Okay.
think Wolves can handle it, especially
yes,
with Jota.
Allison was in goal.
With Jota.
Allison was in goal. But that's interesting. They didn't play Firmino.
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
agree.
play
I
Firmino.
completely agree with that. He hasn't been doing anything. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He's-
Jota got the start, but did come off. He did come off. But
I agree with that.
I mean,
All
you
right.
look at that, but I'm looking at the Leipzig team. The only one I know is Adams because he's an American.
Leipzig? Oh,
Honestly.
I actually know a few. Leipzig. I mean, they also lost their man Timo.
Yeah, they lost Timo. They lost. No, they didn't lose Havertz, but they did lose Timo.
They did lose a huge part of that team in Timo
Yeah.
Werner. Let me look at their squad.
Yeah, they started Forsberg, Poulsen,
Okay, I know him.
Sabitzer,
Pilsen's
Olmo,
okay. Savitzer's good.
Nkunku,
He's good. He's a
Adams.
very good young player. He's very good. Nkunku.
Adams killed my Atletico last year. Killed him. Campbell, Klosterman.
Oh, he's very good as
Klosterman?
well. Klosterman is good.
Upaman.
Upamecano. Oh,
Yeah, I quit. I'm not doing this anymore.
Upamecano is
Upamecano? What?
he's one of the best center backs there is. So many teams are trying to get him. United were willing to pay like 80
How do you
mil for him.
pronounce that though?
Upamecano.
Upamecano.
See, you guys can tell who plays FIFA and who doesn't.
I play FIFA, but I don't have the newest one.
Oh, I play too much FIFA. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I'm a sweaty boy.
I used to play a ton of FIFA, but
yeah, slow down a bit.
And then Mukiele and Gulaxi.
He's okay. Gulaxi is a very good keeper. Okay, they have a decent team in terms of FIFA.
Yep.
But
all right, back to the Premier League.
So what's your guaranteed? I said Liverpool are beating Wolves for that game, but what's your guaranteed win?
I'm going Leicester over Sheffield.
I
think I'm sticking with betting on Leicester. If I could, I would bet with Spurs against Arsenal because down with Arsenal. Down with Arsenal.
London is many colors.
London is navy blue. Navy blue. I can't say blue because that's Chelsea, but navy blue. Navy blue.
No, Manchester is red. Move on. We got. Let me see what team. What team is going to be my guarantee? Because I want to say Chelsea over Leeds.
I made a bad decision. Oh no!
Why?
I made a bad decision.
What?
City versus Fulham is still there.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't even gonna pick that, to be honest. I was gonna go with a little bit of Chelsea over Leeds, but you know what? No, I can't pick a city.
You can't root for City.
Nope.
Chelsea over Leeds.
Chelsea over.
That was gonna. If I had to choose, that'd probably be my fourth option. Actually, yeah. I think I'd go with Everton over Burnley before I went with that.
Nah, I have faith in Chelsea.
I don't know.
Maybe. Let's pray.
So Leicester over Sheffield and Chelsea versus Leeds, and that just about does it.
Yep, that wraps it up. The games next week. We told you the big games, but the other games next week we got Newcastle versus Aston Villa, should be a good game. Leeds versus Chelsea. Obviously, I bet that Chelsea would beat Leeds, so I'm praying. And we got Crystal Palace versus West Brom. I doubt there's going to be any fireworks there. Then we got Everton versus Burnley. Everton should win that one, but it should be a good defensive play by Burnley. Then we got City versus Fulham. Is there anything more to say?
Southampton versus Brighton and Leicester versus Sheffield, like we said before.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else. This is awful. I don't want them to win well. I want them to win very poorly so they feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, interesting fact for those listening, we're recording another video literally 2 minutes after this one wraps up. So
yep. Stay tuned. Check out the YouTube for that. You already know. Link
subscribe.
In the yeah, so oh my god, yeah.
Time.
Subscribe. You have 5 seconds to subscribe. 5
YouTube analytics shows us
3, 2, 1.
YouTube analytics shows us that 0% of our viewers are subscribed. So hit that like button. I can't get through that.
Drop a comment and we'll shout you out in the next video. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? All right.
Yeah.
But that wraps it up for today, and peace.